Hello everyone, and my name is Fovox, and welcome to another episode of the Guild Wars 2 Beta. We're going to take a look at this today, but we're going to look at character creation. As you know, last time we took a look at the Asura starting zone with this Asura thief here, but I wanted to do an episode, rather, of the character creation, because after being in several MMOs, I've been part of WoW, I've been part of Rift, I've been part of a lot of these. I've never seen an MMO with this much creation in it. Granted, Terra had a lot. I'll give it credit. But the creation and the beauty that is presented through Guild Wars is absolutely brilliant. So let's hop in here and let's see what we can create. Alright, so as you know, we've got the 5 races. You've got the Char, the Human, the Norn, the Asura, and the Sylvari. Many of you know exactly what these races are. We got the cows, the humans, the bigger humans, the small people, and the plants. But, c'est la vie. It's alright. So, we're gonna hop in here for the Sylvari, and we will create a character and just kind of see what kind of options they have. There's the 8 classes: the Elementalist, Warrior, Guardian, Engineer, Ranger, Necromancer. Oh, the Necromancer looks cool. The Thief, still awesome, and the Mesmer. Mesmer was the most recently released class, but it was kind of hidden for a while. The armors on these things look absolutely fantastic, though, as you can tell. Absolutable. So we'll pop in here. We'll go with the Necromancer. That's fine. Now here's all the options you can get. So you can adjust the height of your individual. So, up and down. But each race has a specific height that they are applied to. So, in this case, the Sylvari are fairly tall people, but we can make them really tall as possible, or short as possible. We'll choose something like nice in the middle. You are given zoom options. This comes more into play when you get to the head, which we will get to in a second. Hide armor. Okay, I guess that's handy. And toggle lighting, so you can turn it nighttime, daytime. You can work with the lighting effects yourself. Physique. You can adjust the physiques on each one of these, giving yourself a little bit more of a thin build, a much larger build. All up to personal preference. Lots of options, though. There's looking to be 12 different options for just the Sylvari. Skin patterns. Alright, so we're going around here. There we go, that's cool looking. Each one of these gives an interesting pattern, but the cool thing about the Sylvari is this. When the lighting is turned off, each Sylvari has a different glow to them, depending on the skin pattern that you choose. So you can go like this one, then we can adjust the skin pattern. You can see it pulsates. Legs are the most potent in this one. You can get a nice purple going. Ah, there we go. There's a reason to take the armor off. So you can see we can get a nice purple going. You can go with a blue, and it's all over the place. Very cool indeed. Then we can work into the head options. So each race has a massive set of hair options. So in this case, we've got 3, 9, 12-ish. You could be a bald Sylvari. I love the leaf patterns. See this one, so look at this. This is one of the patterns for the ponytail, but the ponytail doesn't even have a wrap. It's more of just a branch on the back, playing into the whole theme of, you know, natural, nature-born kind of stuff. Very cool indeed. The leaf patterns are beautiful. They shimmer too, which is fantastic. Oh yes. Oh my god. Oh yeah. We are a mushroom head. Hold on a second. Oh yeah. This is definitely what we're going with. Okay, we'll do something easier so that we can see the facial patterns, but that is still fantastic. Alright, we'll just go with this. And the ears, you can see the ears aren't so much actually ears, but they're more of a wood. Each one more looks like a knot of wood than it does an actual ear. It's still in the same place, giving it the same perception, but doesn't have the same feel to it. Each one feels different. Facial details, you can adjust the eyebrow placement, as you can see, up or down. Eyebrow angle, we can be fairly happy. Let's go with that one. Brow size is adjusted more on the left and right. So that's more of an X and Y, as you can see. Pull that in and out. The iris size, work it with a cat here. There you go, small iris, big anime eyes. Hold on. Woo! Oh my god, it doesn't get any bigger. Scaling, it does. And you can adjust the width. Gigantic anime eyes. Okay, we'll each one of these options, then you can adjust the color around it, but the colors are beautiful. Each one has a distinct flavor to it. I mean, heck, you could even have deep black eyes if you wanted. Ooh, evil as all get out. And you have each option. See, this face details doesn't just cover like, okay, you're given a preset face, what do you think? You can adjust each one of these pieces. It's more like a role-playing game in a sense. Well, okay, it's an MMORPG, fine. But think Skyrim, think games like that, Kingdoms of Amalur, where you could adjust each individual piece. Bridge height, width, length, height, you can adjust anything you want on the nose, the mouth, each ear. So say you wanted the tips to be a little different, up or down. Do you want them short? Do you want them long? More like an elf. Alright, that's fine. You jaw, you have cheeks, you have head size in case you really wanted to have a really big or small head. You should see this on the Asura. We'll go over to that one in a second. And then armor dice. So I am not 100% sure if this applies to later armors, but as for the armor that you are given at the start, you can adjust each individual piece in the upper, and say we wanted to have a matching set, so we'll go bam, bam, and bam, and then footwear, do that, and a red tint, there you go. Kinda creepy, not gonna lie. My eyes are super eerie. We're gonna change that up. Oh, that's because the armor dies. You gain them. There we go. See? You gain something over your eyes as being part of Necromancer class. Each class comes with a different headpiece. So, as you can see from here, you've got little like gigantic eyelashes, if you will. But then if we went into the Mesmer, and okay, fine, we'll just select the Mesmer, and you go to the armor dice, you gain a mask, which you can adjust, or you go into the Ranger, and then you gain different clothing from each one. So your Ranger doesn't gain all that much, to be honest. But yeah, so I mean, you've got each one, and male, female, each one comes with different patterns, so we'll go back into the Necromancer for continuity. Skin patterns is here. You can see we turn off our lighting, and there we go. You've got skin patterns all over the place, and you can change where these lie. Except the spinal column. Spinal column stays. But yeah. You can adjust skin tone, whether you want it to be a green thing or you want it to be kind of blue. Okay, that's whatevs. Up to you. The amazing amount of colors and options leaves a ton of creativity into this. Each one of that fate, each one of the hair pieces is unique. Oh yes. Oh yeah, there we go. That's how it is. I just did that. Don't kill me in the comments. Okay, maybe, but still. See, once you go down, you gain the eye pieces again, although they have much smaller eyelash pieces, kind of hidden by the hat. There we go. See? much smaller, less pronounced. But the Sylvari are unique in that respect. The Asura then, when you look at these guys, they, male or female, will choose the... You guys have seen the Thief, so we'll go with a Warrior. Yeah, there's tons of helmet options. Physiques are a little more limited with the Asura because they are a smaller people. There's a little bit less you can do, but you have skin markings that you can add, as you saw from my character. Different hairstyles, if you wanted to... Oh yeah, if you wanted to do that, you could. What? I'm not here to judge. No judgment being passed. Face details. Oh, ears, yes. There's an assortment of ears that you can choose from, and then once you go into your face details, you can adjust these further. Head size, as I said with the Asura, is kind of ridiculous. When you get the biggest head on your body, and then you choose, say, one of the smallest physiques, and really small stature. So there's a ton of options, and each one is unique. You get different armors that you can dye, you get different colors, you get different headpieces depending, and then that's just not necessarily true that it's simply limited to what I'm showing you here. There are many, many different options. So you go with the Norn. The Norn are a massive people. They're much taller than almost everyone else. I believe the Char compare. Go with the Mesmer on this one, but the... Wow. Very serious get out we got going here. Taller high. See, but you get tattoos with these people. So, it all depends upon the race that you choose, but there are so many options. As you can see, wonderful creativity put into this by ArenaNet. They have done a fantastic job. I know that Guild Wars 1 didn't really stand itself out in terms of how it compared to WoW. I mean, it was... the way that I had heard about Guild Wars originally was that it was for people who were, like, seriously addicted to WoW and wanted to wean themselves off of an MMO without doing something that was way too far off. I mean, it was almost like the WoW Quitters MMO, it seemed. But I never played it, so I'm not going to make a judgment on whether it was a good game or not. Who knows? 2 is fantastic. From what I've seen, ArenaNet has improved a great deal upon, from what I've seen, Guild Wars 1. They've even improved upon the MMO formula. I mean, it's just being said, that's passed around, that this is looking to be a next generation, if you will, MMO. As though it's creating different builds. Because what you look at is, say, the quest lining. The questing is absolutely fantastic. It is dynamic. It's one of the first things where things just happen in the world in this game. And if you're close, you can do it. If you're far away and say you're in another zone, you don't know about it. You may miss a ton of different things. But that doesn't mean that you're going to miss everything. You can go back and you can find these things. You may not see it for a long time, but these events happen all over. And apparently, from what I hear in Endgame, it's less of the heart quests, which are more of a static questing system, and instead, they are dynamic. Like, the late game quests are just sheer dynamics. You have very few heart quests to go through. But Guild Wars is doing a great job at its customization. It is doing a fantastic job so far with its questing, and it's looking to be an extraordinary game. If I had to say, and risking my integrity as a journalist and as a YouTuber, saying that if this game was worth a purchase or not, so far within the beta, the promise and potential for this game is incredible. As you can see, we can go into the humans. A little different. We'll go into the Necromancer again. See, they only have physique. They don't have tattoos. They don't have dyes. So if you wanted more of a simplistic build on someone, say you wanted to go with a human, then yeah, you won't end up with tattoos. Not everyone has everything. Everyone can play all the different classes, but not everyone can have all of the options, which is good. I like how they customize each race. races don't necessarily have abilities per se. Like in WoW, you have a racial talent. Here, not so much. You have racial looks, but as for racial talent, no. I mean, it all depends on the class that you go into. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you choose engineer, then you're going to have all the engineer talents, but being a Sylvari is going to be no different from being an Asura, except maybe a massive height difference. Maybe biting at the ankles as an Asura. Awesome! Facial hair options, not necessarily available with every race, but if you wanted to have the handlebar mustache, you totally could! There we go! Handlebar mustache with, that's odd, ponytail. Oh my good lord, no. Or you can goof around and be like this. There we go, 1970s. Eyes, mouth option, nose, armor dies, you have everything. See, and with the Necromancer, every race gains a little bit of a different appearance. In this case, instead of gaining giganto eyebrows like you did with the Sylvari, you gain just a painted face, which will probably change once you end up going through these options. See, once you choose, most of the first options that you gain within each class changes the appearance of a mask or of some sort. So you gotta make sure that you are choosing the one that you want. But yeah, so there we go, guys. These are the customizable options within Guild Wars 2. The game comes out on August 28th, and it is looking absolutely fantastic. Beautiful so far. One thing to remember, though, is that once you do go into this was something that was brought up to me that kind of makes a big difference. This kind of chooses what kind of quests you're going to end up going through and how your quest line will progress. So every one of these is kind of important. Choose as you will. It's up to you. Alright, people. My name is Fofox, and this has been a look at Guild Wars 2 and the customization options that are available. We'll see you guys next time.